My name is Paminas Kariuki. I'm the CEO and founder of Njema Real Estate, a company based in Nairobi dealing with buying and subdivision of land. Actually, we say we provide investment opportunities in strategic areas at affordable prices and with flexible payment plans. There are many red flags you can be able to identify when buying land, and you'll share this through experience. Sometimes you find that the person selling to you the land is not the legal owner of the land. So somebody will come and post, and I have had this experience, some Moises come, they tell you this is my land. But then when you ask, as I said in my due diligence process, you ask for the ID of the person selling the land to you to confirm whether it matches with the ID number that is in the title deed. That is where the rubber meets the road. So sometimes we are just quick, somebody poses like the owner, somebody says this is my brother's land, do they have the authority to sell? So it's good to ask these questions. When somebody tells you they are selling on behalf, if it is Njema selling on behalf of somebody else, do we have authority to sell that land? Number two, if it is the person who is telling you I'm selling on behalf of my brother or my dad, do they have an authority to sell? But again, if somebody is saying I'm the owner of the land, they verify? Can you be able to verify the ownership of the land even through their ID and what is appearing on the title deed? Another red flag is you can quickly rebuild on this land. Like I saw somewhere, and I'll quote this because it is in public domain, somebody was telling people, can you build faster? And if you don't build, you're going to take away the land. That can never happen. Land is not like bread that you can take away from me anytime. Land is an asset, is a fixed asset. And therefore, when you hear such statements, it's good to ask yourself, why the hurry to tell us to build? Maybe they want to create a humanitarian crisis so that in case there is an issue, these people can be able to say, these are so many people to be maybe evicted from the land. And I am on with people who had bought land in the Portland, East African Portland cement land. Most people are having a share certificate of the said company that was selling to them. But they also pushed very fast to build the houses. So the owner or the one who was selling the land knew they don't have the legal ownership of the land. And I can be quoted in this saying, when somebody tells you to be so quick in doing a transaction or doing some development on land and you had your own plan, don't live to please them. Live within your plan. Because if you're not planned to build a house in the next 1 year, and then you are pushed by these guys, you either build a land, you either build a house or we take away the land from you, I think Kenyans, we need to be more careful when you see such. Those are red flags. Other things are, somebody doesn't want to take you to the site visit. And if you go to the site visit, they even are fearing to show you the beacons. Maybe they could be selling land that is not theirs. When you go to the vast lands and you are selling land, it's good for people to be confident. You can go anytime. It's good to know when going to see land, you don't have to go with the time that we have scheduled. We usually say we take people on Wednesdays and Saturdays. But you can choose another day when we are not taking people. So that if there's something we customize to make people look good, to make the land look good, we will not have done it. And you can be able to get the true picture about the land. So it's good to know land purchase process is not a one-time thing. You may take a whole 10 years to save so that you can buy a land. But you only take 1 minute to make a land investment decision. I want to tell you, Kenyans, don't be quick. Because when the deal is too good, think twice. When you see somebody is just selling in a hurry, why? So those are red flags I can mention. I can mention so many of them. But it's always good to know, for you to invest in land, it's a long-term investment. It's not something you buy today and you sell tomorrow. It's a long-term investment. And if it is a long-term investment, also invest in your due diligence to ensure you are not going to count your losses. So what makes us unique on what we do as Njema Real Estate? We ensure we do the due diligence on behalf of you before you even come to sell to you. Remember, we are risking our name and our image out there when we come to sell if you have not done due diligence. There are some lands we have just said no. One example, there was land that was given in Nanyuki and it had 2 title deeds. So I knew, because I had done my due diligence, I was able to realize that somebody was selling a fake land which was not existing. Now, if I was just in a rush to buy land I would have fallen into the trap of such a predator. But the truth is, for us in Nyota Njema, we do all that we have shared with you, from the point of doing a search of the land, from going to the ground and knowing how the history has been. Neighbors get to know about all these things about the land transfers. So before we float a land for sale in the market, we have done all this due diligence. And by the time we tell you about this, in most chances, the land is in our name. And for those who have the authority to sell, we have done the due diligence all through. We have all the verifying documents. And in case one has a query, we can be able to respond to that. Because we believe if we miss it out as Nyota Njema, it means even the buyers are going to miss it out. And because we don't want to be creating a culture of people crying, investments should be enjoyable. And therefore, we do the donkey work, making sure you do the due diligence on behalf of you. But again, when you are buying from us, we encourage you to do due diligence on us and the properties we are selling, so that you can verify whether what I told you or whether my sales team told you is the same thing that you find on in the due diligence process. So Nyota Njema has proven itself that we can be able to do the due diligence before we sell any land, and we thank God so far we have not had any cases, because we have also been very vigilant and very thorough in our due diligence process before we buy any land.